Hello Parhakoos, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Parhakoos Academy. This video is about algebraic addition and subtraction. So before starting off with algebraic addition and subtraction, let's talk about something. Okay, the first thing that you need to remember is कि algebraic addition or subtraction is little different than arithmetic क्योंकि arithmetic में सिर्फ numbers होते हैं algebra में now with constants comes variables, so you need to take care of variables. The second thing is that in algebra only like terms can be added and subtracted. Now let me explain it. For example, we have apples and another apple, so you can add apple into apple and you can subtract apples from apple to get the answer in terms of apple. And if you have mangoes, so mangoes can be added into mangoes. So this is a good way of remembering this concept. So always make sure that like terms can be added and subtracted. For example, we have a term 2x and another term 4x. Okay, so x and x, these are the same variable, although the constants are different, but the variable is same, so the terms are like terms, so they can be added and they can be subtracted. Let's see another scenario. For example, we have 2x and 4y. Now x and y, these are two different terms having different variables, so cannot be subtracted, cannot be added. Similarly, 2xy and another term is 4xz. Now here in this we have this whole term, and in this we have x and y, and here we have x and z. So since this is x and y and this is x and z and they are two unlike terms, so they cannot be added and cannot be subtracted from one another. Okay, number 3, you need to remember that in algebra terms are directed. Directed means they have either plus or minus sign with them. Remember one thing, that plus into plus is plus, minus into minus is minus, plus into minus is minus, and minus into plus is minus. Sorry, the minus minus is plus. So when you have similar signs with the terms, with the two different terms, you have similar sign, then you need to add them. And when they have different signs, then you need to subtract them. Okay, so let's see. For example, you have 2x plus x equals to, since it's plus, so plus plus is plus. That means you need to add these two terms. So since these both the terms are with same sign, minus minus, so we need to add them. So minus 2 plus 1 is 3x. But remember that we always see the sign of the biggest term. So minus minus is plus, so we added them together, but the sign would be that of the biggest term. So in between these two, the biggest is minus, it's 2x, and the 2x has a sign of minus, so we put minus sign in our answer. 2x minus x. So here plus minus is minus. That means we should be subtracting x, 1x from 2. So it would give us 1. and the sign would be that of the biggest term, and that is plus. So plus x, and we don't write plus in algebra. Now let's take minus 2x plus x. Since here it's minus plus minus, so we need to subtract these two. So we would be having x, but the sign of the biggest term is minus, so we will put a minus sign here. So this is practice time now. So there could be two ways to do this. We have horizontal method and another is the vertical method. So these are two ways that you can do it. The first one is you just write in one row x, and instead of this you put plus 3x, x plus 3x. Now if there is no sign, there is a plus sign. So plus plus, you should remember this thing, plus plus is plus, plus minus is minus, minus plus is also minus, and minus minus is plus. The terms having the same signs, so the operation that you have to do is plus, and if the two terms have opposite signs, then the operation you have to do is subtraction. So we have plus and plus, so plus plus is plus, so we need to add these two terms. So if there's nothing, there's 1, so 3 plus 1 is 4x. And here we go, this is the answer. Isn't it easy? Okay, now let's try it out with the vertical method. In vertical method, you have been doing it from your primary classes, writing one term over another, and since plus plus is plus, so it's 1, it's 4x. Okay, here point to be noted is these two terms are similar, therefore we are adding them together. Okay, the variable is same, so we can add them up. Now let's try this one. 2 is minus 2a minus 4a. So this is one term, this is the other term. Let's write them together. Minus 2a plus minus 4a. Now we need to simplify it. It's minus 2a. These two signs are getting multiplied together. Plus minus is minus. So minus 4a. Now here is minus, here is minus. So the operation that we have to do is addition. So minus minus is plus. So we need to add them together. So 4 plus 2 is 6a. But the sign would be that of a biggest term, so that is minus 4a. So minus 4a's sign is minus, so we are going to put this minus here. Let's do them vertically. Minus 2a and minus 4a. So minus minus is plus, so 4 plus 2 is 6a, and the sign of the biggest term is minus, so minus with this. So here's our answer. Now let's do this third one. Minus 6xy plus 3xy. If there's no sign, there's plus sign, remember. So now let's open up the brackets. Minus 6xy plus 3xy. Okay, now plus and minus. Plus minus is minus, so we need to subtract them. So 6 minus 3 is 3xy, and the sign of the biggest term is minus, so minus. You can either do it vertically, minus 6xy plus 3xy, Plus minus is minus, so 3xy, and the sign of the bigger term is minus, so 3. Okay, now let's do this one. So remember, same variables can be added and subtracted, or like terms can be added or subtracted, so make sure before you do it that the terms are like terms. Okay, so xy like terms, okay, good to go. 8xy plus minus 4xy. So now let's do it. 8xy plus minus is minus 4xy. Here is plus minus is minus, so we need to subtract them. 4xy, and the sign of the bigger term is plus, so we don't need to put plus because if there's no sign, there's plus sign. Let's do it vertically. 8xy minus 4xy, so plus minus is minus, so 4xy, and the sign would that be of a bigger term, so plus. Now it's time to do algebraic subtraction. So the first one is 4x from 6x. That means subtract 4x from 6x. So 6x we always write first. 6x minus 4x. Again, you need to remember so here we have plus with this and minus with this. So plus minus is minus, so we need to subtract them. So 6 minus 4 is 2x, and the sign of the bigger term is plus, so we don't write it. Now let's try it with the vertical method. 6x, 4x, and minus. So plus minus is minus, 2x, and the sign of the bigger term plus. Okay, now let's do this one. Okay, minus 6a from 5a. So notice we have similar terms, so same terms can be subtracted from one another, right? So we need to subtract this from 5a. Say yes. So 5a minus, and since this term has its own minus, we'll put that into bracket. Okay, so 5a minus into minus is plus, so plus 6a. Now we have plus with this and plus with this, so plus is plus, so we need to add them together. So it would be 11a, and the sign of the bigger term is plus, so we don't write them. Okay, so 5a, 6a with minus, so minus is plus, right? So it would be changed to plus, so plus is plus, and 11a with plus sign. Let's do this with the horizontal method. So 7ab from minus 11ab, so minus 11ab minus 7ab. Now minus is plus, so we need to add them together. It would be 18ab, and the sign of a bigger term is minus, so we'll put the minus with it. Okay, let's do it vertically. So minus 11ab, then we have 7ab, and we need to subtract it. So minus is plus, 18ab with the minus sign. Now let's do this one. Minus 12z squared minus 8z squared. minus 12c squared minus minus is plus 8c squared. So minus plus is minus, so we need to subtract 12 8 from 12, so 4z squared, and the sign of the bigger term is minus, so I'll put a minus. Let's do it vertically. Minus 12z squared minus 8z squared, so we need to subtract it, so we'll put a minus sign. So minus minus would become plus, right? So plus minus, so plus minus is minus, so 4c squared, and the sign of a bigger term is minus, so we'll put. So I hope you have understood algebraic addition and subtraction. Have a happy learning.